Coming up, as we roll into our fourth hour, we'll open our scrapbook to the story of the most requested album cut in radio history. It's by a band whose lead singer just made up the words as he went along.
Casey's Coast to Coast. Casey's Top 40.
Now, let's open our scrapbook to the story of the most requested album cut in radio history. A classic that was recorded with no rehearsal at all. This story takes us back to 1972. The British heavy metal band Led Zeppelin is riding high, the most popular hard rock band in the world. But the band members, Jimmy Page, Robert Plant, John Bonham, and John Paul Jones, aren't happy. They feel the band needs a musical centerpiece, an anthem that people can immediately identify with them. Nothing works until one day when guitarist Jimmy Page calls the band together for a rehearsal. He tells them he's come up with a new guitar riff, and he thinks it might work as the heart of the big song that they need. He plays it for the band, and then they turn on the tape machines and just start playing. Drummer John Bonham and bass player John Paul Jones work out their parts on the spot. And singer Robert Plant, who's been reading a book about Celtic mythology, just starts singing whatever comes into his head. When they're finished, they give the tape to an engineer, he mixes it and remixes it. In the end, the 7-minute song they made that day turns out to be the anthem Led Zeppelin wants, a song that was never released as a single, but becomes the most requested album song in radio history. Here's a piece of that song.
And she's buying the stairway to heaven.
Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin, the most requested album cut in radio history. And that's another page from our Casey's Top 40 scrapbook. Now on with the countdown.
Number 10.